2009 Opel Severa, are you ready? I'm going to turn on the ignition, and can anyone tell me what is missing? Leave your comments down below.
This is the new merch that's coming out, and you better get it today because it'll almost be sold out. Subscription below so you can get this amazing, fantastic cup that has ever been born in the cup history.
Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now we've got a 2008 or 2009 Opel Severa. It's failed on a couple of things of the NCT, but the one we're going to look at today, and I wonder how many people truly guessed it if they paused the video. If you didn't, pause the video now, go back to the beginning and see if you can guess what's missing. Yes, the airbag light's missing. So let's see, and that's what it's failed on. It's failed on the airbag light isn't turning on and turning off, but it's obviously not turning off because it's not even turning on, and it doesn't make a difference. If I start it, it's just like not there. Yeah, engine does sound quite bad as well. Right, I put a picture on screen of the error code, which is an airbag tail light, and that basically means that the light isn't working on the dash. So in other words, not necessarily an issue with the airbag system. I did plug it in, I didn't get any other error codes as regards the airbag system or anything like that. It was just that light. So what we're going to have to do is, I've checked all the fuses first because I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just a simple case of a fuse. All the fuses are good, so it's most probably going to be an issue with the bulb. I have seen on some of these the bulb to lift off or slightly crack on the circuit board. I've also seen, you know, wiring issues and stuff like that. But the first thing I'm going to have to do is take the dash clocks out and see what we can see. Take the clocks out. You need to take this cover off first, which just sits in on top of the steering wheel and underneath the clocks. And you can see we've got two little screws here and here, little Phillips screws. And what you need to do is you need to start the car and turn the steering wheel, and you'll see two little covers there and there. Remove the covers, remove the screws, that pops up, two torques here, and now this should be loose, which it is. So now I need to take that out and check it. So it's just two torques, one down there and one there. It's a T15. Now these are little covers I was talking about, and it's normally a good indication if these are missing that someone's been in there before. Not always an indication, but kind of. Now what I got to do is crack these clocks open and see if I can see anything obvious before I go trying to look at, you know, wiring all underneath the dash and absolutely everything. I mean, this looks okay, there's nothing obvious here, but it then starts getting a lot more complicated. This is the easiest thing to check first, and I know it does have issues. It could even be that the little LED bulb is gone. It's another possibility. So it's either going to be the bulb's gone, it's lifted off the circuit board or cracked or something along them lines, or a wiring issue because the fuses and everything are okay. So that's what I've kind of got in my head at the minute, but we'll see. Right, I was trying to film it, but unfortunately I couldn't. This is our airbag light here, and basically what's happened is the bulb is okay. I've tested the bulb, but we're missing an earth. Now this is a multi-layered board. I've checked the earths on the back of the plugs, they're all good, so we're not missing the earths coming in, but we're missing an earth somewhere inside the board. I cannot physically see anything damaged, I cannot see any trace cuts, I can't see anything that looks dodgy. Now maybe if I got it back to my house with under a microscope and stuff, yeah, might be able to see something. But the good news is the bulb is working. Now if the bulb wasn't working, they're easy enough to replace. So what I'm going to have to do then, I have to have a word with the customer, and we're going to have to maybe try and find another earth somewhere if she's happy enough with that, or if not, it's looking like a second-hand light unit. because as you can see, you just, these traces and everything, you can see all these little holes and they go under to all the boards and stuff, and there's no traces here. So I think the easiest way is going to be to find another earth and then just get it to work, and then the system will be fine essentially. So let me have a word with the customer, see what she wants me to do. But it's good to know that, like I said, I have seen these slightly lifted off before. I've never seen them gone. I've never seen a bulb gone. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I've just never seen one gone. Once these cars get really, really old, then, you know, people might be seeing LED bulbs go. In the older dashes, obviously they used to go, but I've never seen LED dash to go, a bulb to go yet. Now, I've seen them to pop if there's an issue with the wiring, but I've never seen them just to, you know, just to basically die for old age, basically. So it's just good to know. Always check your earths, your powers, your grounds, and all that sort of stuff. That was all fine in this case. So it's just a trace, an earth trace somewhere in this multi-layer board that's decided to give up the ghost. Right, customers gave me the go ahead to put a little earth patch on it. This is a little wire I've made up, insulated. Now, be very, very careful. Don't attempt to steal a power from another light. One of two reasons. One, it's going to go off at the same time as the light. So let's say you do it to the handbrake cable, for example. You steal a power from the handbrake light. As soon as you lift it up, the airbag light's going to come on at the same time. And that's no good. And it might even stop the system from working. I'm using a separate earth altogether from anything else. Just an earth that's earthing the whole thing. That way, you know, it's separate to all the other systems. You might get away with using an earth from another light, but just, you know, keep it all separate. So if anything issues happen later on, you can kind of diagnose it a lot easier. But definitely 100% don't try and steal a power from somewhere, because you're just gonna, the system, especially an airbag system, it's not necessarily going to work properly, and you still might get an engine light up. That's another thing. So the engine light might come on, which is still going to fail the test, because the system still isn't working. Just because the light's on doesn't mean the computer's recognizing it properly. So just be aware of that. So just kind of do it properly. So yeah, the customer is giving permission to do this. So we're going to do that. We're going to get it working, put it all back together, and we're going to see if it actually does work. Right, I put it all back together. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Airbag light is on. Just start it. Oh, yes. Airbag light is off. It's fixed. Boom, sorted. So as always, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty, see if the next one's sorted. Just got to put all these screws and everything back now, get it fitted properly.